Hey everyone, and welcome to an introduction to elementary music theory. The title of this video on YouTube does say how to pass elementary theory. Both of these mean the same thing in my mind, but I phrased it on YouTube so that more people would be enticed, I guess is the right word, to watch this video. So I am sorry for the deception, but I'm pretty sure that for some people that's why they're watching this video. So, sorry about that, but I guess I got the job done. So, before we really get started though, before I really get started, I do need to say that because of all of the COVID stuff that's going on right now, I didn't really know a lot of this information when I started, because there's talk about doing ebooks and iPads. There's class schedules being different, so I didn't really know a lot of this. So I have to thank Dr. Brooks for giving me this information. He reached out to me, gave me the updated, told me about the textbooks, about class schedules, about a lot of stuff. So I will tell you that a lot of the stuff that I have to say in this video comes from him, so you can bank on it. It's good. So let's go ahead and get started then. So of course, elementary theory picks up literally right on the heels of fundamentals of music theory. If you haven't had that class, don't worry about it. It's not a prerequisite. It's a class to help if you feel like you need a little extra work, or a little extra, if you want to be sure that you have these topics before you really go forward with this class. That's the class. It's a big help. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But if you haven't had it, it's okay too. So this starts off, you'll have about, I want to say, a week or two review, maybe 3, I don't remember, in the textbook, and then you'll move on. And for the next 2 semesters, you will work through this textbook until you are ready for the intermediate theory class, which will be with Mrs. Long, Lord willing, for your second year theory. The textbook, of course, if it were a physical copy, would look something like this. The title is still the same, but of course it will be in an ebook format. So you'll be using Music and Theory and Practice, the 10th edition. This is the 9th. That is what we used when I took the class. You will also be given loose leaf of the workbook to accompany. So loose leaf with hole punches, so you'll probably want a binder, a small binder of some sort, so that you do not lose all these pages, because believe me, losing theory work, trying to get it's a pain. It's just a pain. Now those textbooks are for the Monday, Wednesday, Friday portion of the class. If you look at your schedule, you will notice that there is a class listed every day, but that they are different. They have different names, if I remember correctly. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will use those textbooks and is more based around written theory, like analysis, chord building, notes, writing. Just, if you do it with a pencil or pen, that's probably the class you'll be doing it in. The other class is the Tuesday, Thursday block, and that is listening theory, or ear training, or oral theory. Those are different names for it. That class period uses what we call the blue book and the red book. I know those are so very catchy on the names. Great naming department. But the blue book, it's a small book, and it contains just little ear training passages. Sight read them, sing them, whatever. The red book, it's about the size of a normal sized textbook. It has little lessons along with few exercises for ear training, and it also comes with a CD. Those 2 books are on loan to you from the school. Say that again. They're not yours. They are the school's. So do not, I repeat, do not lose them. If you lose these books, you are financially responsible for them. So if you lose it, you better be able to pay for it. Just keep up with your textbooks, please. I've heard about a couple of these, and I do not know if you lose them, if the school could find them again, or could find new ones. So Just be careful. Be responsible with them. So, of course, I mentioned 2 class periods, 2 different types, of theory. Some say that I'll just say it, you'll hear stories that one or the other is extremely tough, whether it be ones who say the written theory or the oral theory. Don't worry. It's just like riding a bike. It gets easier the more you practice. No, wait. Okay, I may have lost my metaphor there, but basically, things will get easier if you do your homework, study, do the readings, do the projects, whatever. Because the theory, especially, it's all about understanding it. Each topic sort of builds off of another one, such as, for instance, from a note you can build a chord, from a chord you can write a song, or I know it's an overgeneralization, but you don't worry about it. If you hear that one's tough, maybe it is, but it'll be easier over time. So don't get discouraged just because of stories or if you feel like you're getting behind. I promise it'll get better. Now, that was my personal message. A couple of things that you probably should know. 1, if you have any questions, you can ask them. And it's encouraged that you ask them. Because like I said, since each topic builds off of another, you need to have a firm understanding of topic A before you move on to topic B. So, if you have any questions, you can ask Dr. Brooks. He is very good about answering questions. And he will explain it as much as you need him to. And if you don't want to go to him, any of the other professors in the department, I'm sure, would be more than happy to answer your questions. And also, any of the students who have had this class before will be happy to answer your questions. There are quite a few of us still around campus, so if you need anyone, just ask. I'm sure that anyone will be willing to help you. On the flip side, needing help to understand is one thing. But do not, I repeat, do not intentionally try to hold up the class, either of the class periods. You have, if I remember correctly, 17 chapters to get through in 2 semesters. And each of these topics is vital to moving on to intermediate theory. So if you hold up the class intentionally and you are not able to get to certain topics, you're only hurting yourself. So please, just apply yourself. I can tell you, my class, when I took it, we didn't always get our homework done on time, or we didn't always do our assignments on time. And that only hurt us when we went on to the next class. So I really hope you do better than us, and that you're model students, that you apply yourself. Let's see. I think that's all I need to tell you. If you have any more questions, you can contact Dr. Brooks about course material. Of course, we're starting soon, so you should get to learn everything by then. You can ask if you want to contact me. If you know me, go ahead. But just want to wish y'all good luck. Again, do your best. It'll pay off, I promise. And wish y'all good luck, and God bless. See you soon.